Hey everybody, today we're going to be talking about bioaccumulation and biomagnification. I hope you enjoy. What is bioaccumulation? Bioaccumulation is when toxins build up in an individual organism's body. When this happens, if the organism cannot handle the amount, it may die of poisoning. But how does this happen? To learn about this, let's have a green circle representing one phytoplankton. Now, imagine that each of the phytoplankton has a little bit of any generic unhealthy toxin, either by absorbing it from the water or it automatically creates it. When a fish or some other organism eats multiple of those phytoplankton, the tiny bit of toxin from the phytoplankton all build up and accumulate in the fish. That's bioaccumulation. Bioaccumulation can affect any ecosystem. In the example we showed you earlier, we used a fish and some phytoplankton. But bioaccumulation does not just isolate it to fish and phytoplankton. This can also happen on land and in the sky. For example, imagine a pesticide like DDT goes and affects insects. But some weakened but alive insects would still be present. When a lizard or even a mouse eats those, the DDT accumulates inside those mice and lizards, making it so that this pesticide doesn't just kill insects but also other animals in the ecosystem too. It's because of this that many organizations have restricted the use of DDT in order to protect ecosystems. The energy pyramid. Before we learn about biomagnification, we must first learn about the energy pyramid. The energy pyramid shows how energy transfers from one level to the next. But it's not just a pyramid for show. We use a pyramid to represent energy flow in an ecosystem because as you go up the pyramid, the amount of energy transferred is only about 10% than the last time you went up. Therefore, if a bunny is to eat 10 grams of grass and be satisfied, the predator would have to eat 10 times that energy. But what is biomagnification? Biomagnification is a concentration of toxins in an organism that goes up in an ecosystem. Unlike bioaccumulation, biomagnification focuses more on how the concentration or the buildup of toxins goes up as you go up the trophic levels. Whereas bioaccumulation is mostly about individual organisms. To get a better sense of biomagnification, let's create an example using pictures. So here we have some phytoplankton, just like last time. Now here we're going to have a shrimp and it's going to eat all of those. Now imagine that's the same for all the shrimp in the ecosystem. Then what's going to happen is a tiny fish is going to eat all of those shrimp. And then that means all of the toxins inside those shrimp, inside those phytoplankton, have all been concentrated inside this one fish. Now, imagine that there are multiple of these fishes. Now, when the apex predator comes along, or another trophic level fish comes along, that fish is now going to have even more of a big concentration of those toxins. And so because of that, and the reason why this is happening is because, as we said earlier, at each time as you go on the energy level, the amount of food that each organism needs is times 10 of the last level, because the energy is only storing about 10% of what it could. And so, when you realize that all of those shrimp ate a lot of toxins, and then the small fish ate a lot of those shrimp, and then you rinse and repeat until you get to the apex predator or the final trophic level, you realize how concentrated the toxins are. This is actually why we suggest you not to eat too much tuna and other high trophic level fish and other organisms, as the toxins may actually be enough to kill you. Goodbye, and I hope you like and subscribe.